I'm gonna pause it and restart it.
Oh my God,
All
Flare,
right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined once again by the mighty Flurry Pawns and the mediocre Angrier Travis. He might not be
Hello.
mediocre, but today we are
He
discussing what
definitely
we
is.
want in character customization. So I guess Flurry can go first because he has all the plans.
Yeah, apparently I do. I suppose I could start off first with when you're with Saiyans, you can choose whether or not to have a tail or not. I think adding like a tail to the Saiyans,
Beyond just the customized
just like
armor.
little details like that,
Yeah.
would be a lot better than no tails.
And not like the Raditz one where it's wrapped around them and they
Yeah,
can barely
yeah.
tell it's there.
You can
Just
choose
like a
between
tail.
wrapped around and
Yeah.
hanging down and whatever, but it'd be a nice detail, even if it's just an accessory you can equip after you get it in the game. But
No
it'd be nice.
accessories.
No, I want it to be part of the skin itself.
Yeah. Not no accessories, but yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
More heads.
yeah, I want every character race. They'll probably add more in this one to be able to transform.
Yeah,
There's no reason if you're forcing Fat Boo on us, that's fine. But let us transform into
Skinny Boo.
Skinny Boo, yeah.
Or let me customize two Skinny Boo. Because that wasn't
Yeah.
even possible.
Kid Boo or Grey Boo
Yeah,
or
just make me Skinny Boo and then I transform into Fat Boo.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
fat, or nobody wants that. You Skinny Boo, you transform into Kid Boo.
you can have a Super Namekian for the Namekian races.
Right.
Yeah. Is it too much to ask to absorb everybody?
Now, what would you do to make humans transform to be stronger? Would you have like a Master Roshi transformation?
That's tough. You could do that
Because he did that, but then you could have like Tien where he just focuses and does more damage too.
It's really tough. I wouldn't even care if they didn't even have a human race because I feel like it's just. I think that they wouldn't have a chance as the game goes along. It wouldn't even make. It doesn't not even possible.
Yeah,
They
I would
were
rather-
helpful
it's
until the
just
end of the Cell Saga, and then Tien
can-
beat the shit out of
Yeah.
Boo for a little
You
bit.
can have an android race and pass an android off as a human. They look
Yeah,
like-
you could. Well, they're not. Well, we've all established that they're not androids; they're cyborgs.
They're
but
cyborg.
that's how they're written.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know that they're
It's just
the
androids.
They're the androids.
It's what they're named, Android. It's
Right.
Funimation
Doesn't
says android. I
semantics at
say
this point.
Right.
Yeah. It's android's more fun to say than cyborg.
Right.
Moving on.
Well, and then
Cyborg
then you
is-
could have androids transform instead.
Yeah.
What about? Would you want them to have like Frieza, right? So like we were able to go as a Saiyan, you could go Super Saiyan 1, Super Vegeta 1, Super Saiyan 2, or Super Vegeta 2. Would you like to see like they did in Xenoverse originally, where it goes Frieza, last form Frieza, or Frieza full
Second
power, and
form.
then final form Frieza?
No. Because
Or
I
would
don't
you
know.
want all 5 transformations in there? Because I know he did that, but then Korra only jumped 2.
I just want Dildo Frieza.
You just want Dildo. But
I
do you want
wanna
that on your
transform into
customizable
Dildo.
character?
You know,
Third
you're
form
in a
and
thing.
final form.
You're in a
Don't
thing
make
now.
it Dildo.
People are saying that you can make a good game in 2 years. You're not hampered by the past systems. If you wanted to, you could put each transformation in there. You can equip it.
Right, that would be an easier way to do it, I think.
Yeah, you can have different transformations based on what you think's cooler, based on power, obviously. But there's no reason why you couldn't have all the forms of Frieza.
Unless
A
they're
Frieza race
super,
character.
unless they're super moves.
Yeah, and I think it'd be way too much. Maybe it'd be way too much to be able to customize your transformation, but I think that'd be pretty cool.
But
too.
at least having a transformation would be nice.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome if you could and I don't expect this, but I think it'd be awesome if you're able to choose what your transformation would look like.
Right.
Like if
Yeah.
you're a Frieza character, obviously, like my Frieza character that I used was black and red, and he looked completely different. He kind of had like the last form cooler head
Oh, okay.
and everything. So I think it would be kind of cool to be able to customize what your transformation would do.
Yeah, because that was cool as final form was the sort of
Spiky head.
spiky head thing.
The weird triangle
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I miss your
And then you
cooler.
Have a golden form as well, aren't
Yeah, and cooler's better than
forms.
Frieza. Boom.
Would you
Hello.
like to see God mode in this game? You know, being able to transform into super or gods or Super Saiyan God or
Truthfully,
Super Saiyan Blue.
yeah.
Oh.
Truthfully, I think that's probably going to happen because that's the main focus of Super and in the movies now.
Right. But then how would you equate that to the humans? Or would you just make the energy drain? Well, no, because they stayed in that form for a long time, so I don't even know that you could
Well,
make
humans
energy
didn't
drain
get
a
the
thing.
Super Saiyan stuff, so
Yeah, humans didn't get Super Saiyan. You were just like a dude.
Yeah,
Or
you,
just
were,
that-
you never
not-
transformed.
yeah.
potential unleashed, but that was about
And
it.
that's what I'm saying. After you get by a certain point, especially when you have Toa and Mira warping through time and making everybody way stronger, like it just seems like you can leave the human race out and it'd be fine. I know you want to fight as yourself.
No, if I
You
fought
wanna-
as myself, I would just get killed in 3 seconds.
You want to be the flame wheel human god.
Right. Perfect.
But it doesn't make sense for a human. Like, let's say, like, you have your human character fighting Beerus. Like, it doesn't. At a certain
Well,
point, maybe.
Unless you
You're
do
right,
it like
it's-
the Dragon Ball Online did, where everyone has a little bit of say in them.
Yeah,
who's
I mean, maybe,
humanoid.
but that hasn't. I mean, it hasn't really been established. Nor were they able to transform into a Super Saiyan either.
They were. You could.
In Xenoverse,
No, in Dragon Ball Online.
Dragon Ball 9. I'm talking about Xenoverse.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they never showed. They never had the humans transform into a
Right.
Super Saiyan, so there's no proof that they were trying to say that all Saiyans have that.
Right.
Although with Dragon Ball Online, as like your main villains, Toa and Mira have to be the main villains in this
Right.
kind of thing
They really have
Yeah.
to.
because I think they have to be.
Especially with
kinda-
that cliffhanger they left us with at the end of the last
Yeah.
DLC, they have to.
Yeah, and they kind of just used Toa and Mira to get to Demigrasse, because they knew they could set up Toa and Mira for the next game, which is something we can talk about
I
later.
think Mira should get his super transformation.
Get a transformation too.
Yeah, like Super Mira was in the Dragon Ball Heroes and all that.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
I think
don't
that's
Maybe
where
you
you
could
go to
have
that fan base.
a good demon.
If they are
character
the
that
main,
could be.
if they are the main villain, Mira, well, I would say Mira would have a transformation because it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I don't see Toa ever. I don't see her transforming. I think she's
No,
stuck the way she is.
I don't see her particularly strong, but she's good at what she does.
No. So, out of the character customization, what would you like to see that we didn't get in the original?
More hairstyles.
I
'cause
definitely
they were
want Raditz hair.
really
If
lacking.
Raditz hair isn't available, I'm gonna be
All
upset.
Neither was Vegeta's hair. At all.
Yeah, Vegeta's hair. Well, wasn't Vegeta's hair a wig?
Nope.
You could, or an equip you could get later, right? At least,
No, it was,
or was it only
Goku's hair.
Goku's hair?
it was only Goku's hair.
Fuck Goku. I want Vegeta's hair.
Exactly.
You know, they always give you, and I want all the hair. I talked about it in the last game. I want all the hair, but they always give you fucking Gohan's bowl cut. Nobody wants fucking Gohan's bowl cut on an adult.
Right.
You look like a douche.
I do like his long haircut though from the when the Cell Saga started.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the Cell Saga or when they're at the Cell games.
Right. And I don't want them to be fucking equips. I want to be able to just buy them straight out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, just put them
If
on.
I want
yeah.
my created character to look exactly like Raditz or exactly like fucking Nappa, I should be able to do that. And that definitely
Yeah, oh
wasn't
yeah,
an
build,
option.
yeah. Make a
You
bigger build.
handlebar mustaches
Because if
now.
you've seen any of my Super Saiyan characters, they all have Raditz size hair.
Yeah.
And I can't have
And-
that in my game.
When you look at, bring me a point on, make him look like Nappa is, you didn't have many builds. Like, it was like skinny, kind of skinny, fat.
Right. So have more
or-
sliders for different
Yeah.
body shapes.
Because why can't your character look ripped like Nappa?
Right.
Just
Just a
shredded.
huge
like,
ass barreled chest and just
Yeah.
strong as fuck.
Just, good.
But would you wear Nappa's clothing like your armor got blown off?
Yeah. And then you yell things.
Well, you have to yell things, but that's more how we record the videos, less how the actual gameplay works.
Let's go. But yeah, I think goes with voice acting voice acting. Yeah, I think that you need to have voice actors for the entire game, not just moves.
I definitely saw a tweet the other day that said that all the Team 4-star should voice different voices.
Yeah.
I think that.
And I agree. Yeah, I agree. But I also think that if you are gonna put voice actors in the game, don't just use them for the moves. Use them for dialogue. Don't make them a silent character. They're
I don't
there.
think
I'm
we're
sure
gonna
they
see
will-
too much talking character. Because
I
your
don't
character
think
didn't
so,
talk a
either.
whole lot at all.
He
We
didn't
were
talk- he
silent
didn't talk at
protagonists,
Yeah,
like most
And-
games.
yeah, but there's no reason you couldn't.
No, but I think that's
So what
going
was
to
the point
take
of
a lot
really
of time.
Choosing a
what
voice
was-
in the character customization.
What was the point of using voice actors? Like, the only one worth it is Ghost Nappa because he yelled stuff. during the moves. Other than that, you're just having like I don't. If he didn't talk in the cutscenes or talk during the game, then why is he talking during moves?
Right,
Like,
that was
he's silent.
especially even worse for the female created characters. They didn't say shit. They just kind of
Didn't they?
yelled.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
No.
TFS Nappa's voice, it also had like the different names for moves.
Yeah, he
and,
had
like,
different names
some-
for different moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were. They were
something
funny.
Funny. Yeah.
They were funny, yeah, but they all kind of blended in at one point. And I didn't really pay attention to them all. I just think it'd be cool to hear Ghost Nappa talking at a cutscene.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
What's that? It'd just be.
Hey
I think.
Vegeta. Hey Vegeta.
Yeah, I want him to sing like that Ghostbusters Vegeta.
I think you're asking a little bit much with the Ghostbusters Vegeta. I was with you
Should've
until you
evolved
got to
this way.
that. It kind of
Hey,
took it off
it's
the
gonna
rails.
happen. They could put it in the credits. God damn it.
Right? I would watch that.
I'm
I would
bold
watch the
this
credits
way.
then.
Yeah, there's so many options they can go with character customization, and I think compared to fucking trash ass Ultimate Tenkaichi,
Right.
they did a good job, but they still half-assed a lot of things. And I don't know if it was because of it was on past consoles.
Right. Well,
I would
that's the
say
nice
probably
thing
a
is,
lot of that.
at least with this one, everyone's like, oh, they're getting it out a lot sooner than you would expect. But they already have the framework for the game, so they don't have to build the game from the ground up. They just have to redo the graphics and add more stuff that we didn't have and write a new story with some more sets.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I just
they don't
want-
have to work nearly as hard as you would expect, minus getting the graphics engine to catch up. But it was already there. You just had to take that past console bullshit out of the equation.
And they had to. And they already said pretty much that they could have had destruction that stays. if
Right,
it
that
was
was one
that
thing I
console.
wanted. But
Yeah,
that'll be a
and-
different video.
It'll be a different video.
Um,
But
other customizations for the transformations, how would you change them? Like, would you leave them the same where you just super span the
for
entire
this-
time?
For the Super Saiyan, I'd have it so you could have so your hair would spike up, because that was one of the complaints I had, was when you went Super Saiyan, your hair would stay the same, but it
Yeah,
would
your
just
hair
go
would stay
golden.
the same. Which makes it easier to do, though, as far as
Yeah, I
dealing with
suppose.
all the
but
hairstyles.
I'd still like it to see spike up and something
Right.
like that. I don't know, but
Especially
I'm not sure
when you
how.
especially
They'd
when
have
you
to just
I know how they would do it, but it wouldn't. I
design
don't know how
each
how
spike,
you would keep
so.
it that way.
Yeah.
especially when you have the stupid fucking bowl cut. Oh, he's got a yellow bowl cut now. You know,
just
in that.
go like trucks.
Why did you even put the bowl cut on your character? That's your own damn fault.
But here's the thing, even when Gohan, even if Gohan had a bowl cut and you see Trunks kind of has that bowl cut kind of look,
I wouldn't as
and
long.
when it's longer, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's still
No,
down.
as long
It's
hair.
still down. But when he goes Super Saiyan, it looks like the Super Saiyan, like it goes up.
Spiked hair, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes up and looks like everybody else. So, they can do something with that.
Right.
That's what I gotta say.
Now,
I want the long.
so you know
long
how you
trunks
can
hair that was
spam
tied back.
supers as a Super Saiyan? I think they should have done away with that and just had your stats go up just a little bit. Not
Just-
a measurable amount that's noticeable, but not enough where you have like super advantage. But I don't think being able to spam supers should have been okay because they didn't do that as regular Super Saiyans. But then
Yeah.
that would also make transformations fair for the other races if you did something similar and still have it tick down the key meter. And you could charge it, but once the key meter was gone, you lose the power.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I personally want cutscene ultimates, but that's just me. But we're not going to get that because it's
Well,
all
we
real
had
Cutscene
time.
ultimates, they look
We
cool,
had
but they
some-
would definitely ruin the flow.
They would ruin the flow. For me, yeah.
It would
only
And they
happen
would be
all the
unmissable.
time,
No, yeah, that would only be a possibility if you didn't have online.
Right.
If it was just like a story mode and that was all the
But
game
you ain't gonna
was.
see that. That's the whole
No.
point, is being online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck them. I want a good story mode.
You're gonna get a good
Yeah.
story mode, you just have to play online. Like everything else nowadays. Everyone has internet, right?
Flary's on the cusp.
On the
Yeah,
cusp.
I'm Western dial-up in a minute, so
Right. It's like DSL, only worse.
You can only go uphill from here.
or downhill,
Or,
So-
depending on your preference.
Say you had
Whatever
the
ma-
androids, right, as a race
Yeah.
as opposed to
Yep.
humans. Would you give them the absorption transformations, or would you just give them just like the same as I just described for the Super Saiyan, where they're just marginally stronger?
see, only android that absorbed was Cell.
Well,
None of the,
energy. We had energy absorption from the other guys, but that's just a
We
move.
had, we
yeah,
had Jiro and
Which
19
sucked in
both
game two, by
used
the way. That
absorption,
move
but
sucks.
yeah,
they
19 and
did
20.
they did
Yeah.
transform. They just sucked the energy in. I
I
don't know
like
if they got any strong.
I like Super Android 13. You son of a bitch.
He's still blue.
He's so big and blue. I can look at him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Was that the
yeah.
was that the trucker hat guy?
I don't know. Yeah, no, it was the hillbilly.
Yeah, the trucker hat
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, or
A trucker hat.
trucker hillbilly. Hilarious. But yeah, I think you
Thinking
could
about
have
TFS.
if you if you put it in the game. If you put the energy absorption in the game, like if you can time it, I guess it would be okay. You could, it would just add maybe your stamina back and whatnot.
Right. That's what
And
the
health,
original
but-
one does right now.
Yeah. And yeah, that could work. It also having an android race would give you the possibility of building your character the way you want.
Right.
Can I put like Cell's head on like a normal body? Just have.
I don't think you're getting a cell head, man.
I'm gonna put Cell's head on a normal good body.
You could have a Android 16. I want his hairstyle.
Yeah, you can pretty much make Android 16 yourself in the first Xenoverse. And people keep talking about, oh well, whatever characters aren't in there, you can almost make them. I don't fucking want that. I
Yeah,
want the
but I
character.
wanted more customization where
Yeah.
I could make my character look the way I wanted to. Because there was a vision I had for my two characters that I never managed to achieve other through the gear. The gear made the look, but the gear forced you to stick a certain way. Now, would you keep the same stat bonuses each race gets, or would you change that slightly so that a person doesn't have a super
keep-
edge by only picking a certain race?
I'd keep them the same, I think.
You
I
think
think
you keep
it's
them the same?
It's just certain traits that make each one
'Cause
unique. I wouldn't change them, really.
Because I like the Frieza race, I really did, and that's why everybody's picking the Saiyan race because they had that transformation. But like, I wanted the Frieza race because I thought it looked cool, and you can make him any color.
Right.
And I thought it was really cool, but he had no transformation, and it just seemed, like the series favoring the Saiyans.
Right.
Do you think for the character clothing, would you keep the stat changes or would you get rid of them?
I think
I
you
guess-
should be able. I think you should do something. I hate to bring another MMORPG aspect into it, but in like WoW, right? I hate to use it. It's horrible. Anyways, they had a thing that made it so you could take some of the older equipment, right, and put it in a machine and put it as a dress over your regular clothes. So, say you have to wear the Bardock clothing, right,
So
because it gives you the best
glamour,
physical
so-
stats. You could put key-based armor over it. So you'd keep the stat bonus, but the look would be the key armor. So that when you went into battle with somebody, they'd think you were built for key, and then you start hitting them like a freight train. And I think that would have been neat.
So something like a glamour effect or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So it's basically an aesthetic look that goes over your stats. So I'd like to see the
Yeah.
stats stay, because as you got higher level, you got higher stat armor. But if I have to
But you can
mine
wear
for
what
a
you
certain
want
piece,
without the deficit.
yeah, if I got to grind for, I think it took me 6 to 12 freaking hours to get the Bardock armor because I'm all physical, I would still like to have something over it so everyone didn't know that when I went into battle, I'm all physical.
Yeah.
Physical.
Or vice
Anyway.
versa, there were a lot more key-based armor than there was strength armor, so I could go in, but there was only maybe 4 keys that I could have and people would know.
I have a different opinion. I don't
Speak
like it. Shut up, Larry. I don't like the whole stats on. I don't like the whole stats on clothing because it's forcing you to choose. It's forcing you to choose one over another just because those stats are like that. When one looks cooler, but you can't choose the cool one because it doesn't fit your character.
That's why I'm saying I would put
Yeah,
the dress
but-
over it.
Yeah,
It still gets
but
you
I
stuck choosing a certain armor you have to grind, but as long as you could customize the way it looked at the end. Because the dye was cool, but the dye only worked on certain costumes.
But let's
Yeah, you would.
just say the glamour effect out of it. Because what are the odds they do that?
It's easy. It's
Yeah.
feasible, but I don't know that
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see, because it's one of those I don't know. That would be
Yeah.
what I want.
Well, yeah, but based on that it not. Let's say it doesn't have it.
Right.
and you just get the base thing. I don't like the stats on it because it's forcing you to choose. Like there'll be one stat and there'll be one set of clothing that I like better than another set of clothing, but I can't choose that set because the other set has better stats and would help my character better.
Right.
You should be able to just equip what you want for your character,
And then
so you
adjust
look
the
cool.
stats accordingly. Like have a
Yeah.
certain number of stats you can have in each one.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I just want, I want to pick the clothing I want, not
Right.
be forced to pick the clothing the game wants to pick just because of the stats.
Right.
Yeah,
What do you think, Flary?
I agree with both of you.
All right, ready? Eye color. Can I change the eye color?
Yeah, there was only like black and white, wasn't
Yeah.
there? Or something like that. There was.
White eyes? They're dead.
I mean, you could change your pupils, I think, but I don't think it was very
You could
noticeable.
change the shape, but I don't think you could pick the color. It's the same with
like-
the nose and the ears, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and really, you look at almost any sports games and a lot of other games where you have character customization, like eye colors, like one of the things they
Now-
have in like all of them.
I am definitely not looking for the complicated 2K16 wrestling game level of choosing. That's a
you know
little
what?
too much.
If I can build every part of his body like WWE 2K16, I would fucking have so much fun.
Right.
I would have so
But-
much fun. It fits in a Dragon Ball game better than it fits in a WWE game.
Right.
But,
Within
yeah.
reason, though, I don't want to see some of the monstrosities you've made as a Xenoverse character. I'm sorry. It's just
That would be-
unacceptable.
come on.
Unacceptable.
That was the UFC game.
Insert picture of UFC.
Don't you ever make fun of Fran.
I am making
She
fun
was
of
a fucking saint.
Cannot unsee, unsubscribe,
She was a
unfollow, kill
fucking
self. I'm
saint.
sorry.
I'm gonna put that in the video now.
Yeah.
I'm adding that into my video as well. That picture has to be there, just to share with the audience what monstrosity, awful thing you designed.
She was the best UFC champion in the history of the UFC.
I
Not my
disagree.
It's not my fault.
It is your fault. You made it.
And
I don't
It
want to
was
see
fun.
that level of customization in a game. I'm sorry. That's just unacceptable.
if I can make a freak of nature in a Dragon Ball Z game, let's do it.
Right, but if you're gonna be a freak of nature, you better be one of the freak races. God
Yeah,
help you if
that's-
you can do that to a human. Ugh.
That's the best part of the game.
No,
Creating
it's not.
like that. In the UFC game, it is.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was
We're getting a
hilarious.
bit off track here.
We are
I
a little
don't-
off track, yes, but that had to be
Okay.
expressed.
What other races would you like to see?
Well, what
Yeah,
are the
it's good
races?
So I
Kais,
would like Skinny Boo
demons,
to be
maybe?
available, obviously.
Is it Myoshin or something like that?
I don't know.
Like
Do you
the
think?
opposite of Kais.
Do you think they would do like a god race, like a god of destruction race kind of thing?
No, because I
No.
think those guys are just one-offs. I don't think you're
Yeah.
gonna see Beerus's race. One
Oh,
thing that
Whis.
might be interesting was, what was there was a couple bosses that were a different race completely, right? Like there were certain alien races that we didn't have.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to
we could
remember
have
his name. The dude with the sword.
Jinna? No,
Yeah, Janimba.
no
Yeah.
Tapio.
Yeah.
Tapio
Well,
Lance.
no, I meant the bad guy, not
Yeah.
the good guy.
Yeah, Janemba was from
Jinna,
different.
right,
Yeah,
sorry.
I would like to see that as a race, maybe. I know they're really
What was
close
that
to the
for?
cooler race, but if I could get that customization in a cooler race, that'd be cool.
The
Those mods just what Myoshin was.
I want more swords too.
I think
And also, can we not call the Frieza race the Frieza race because that's not what it is?
Right.
Arcosian or something like that.
Yeah, Prosian race. Like, come on now, you
I
made
don't know
the
if that's an
game.
official name though, because I haven't heard it anywhere.
No, but
When
it's
people say
definitely
that.
not. Their race is definitely not called Frieza.
Now, would you want more customizable base clothing, or would you like to just ignore that since we're going to be putting armor on anyways? I'm pretty sure that's a guarantee.
I think it'd be
Just
kind of.
ignore it.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to put what you want on it first, and if you find something cooler along the way.
Right.
I don't know, but how many options do you have at the beginning? So that's where you draw
Right.
a fine line.
Well, and
You know,
then
how many
if,
options you get.
if they do my idea where they put the stats into the armor, you could put your base clothing over the armor and still have your stats.
Yeah.
I think there should be a G that's unique to each race. So with like saying you could have like the Saiyan armor with Earthlings, you could have like training gi that was like Oran Temple or whatever.
See, the like the Frieza race. The cool thing about the Frieza race was its highest equip was like cool like armor like that had like the colors that you were.
Oh, Neat.
I liked that. Like that part was really cool, but not every race has that. Obviously,
Yeah,
'cause
so
the
I didn't
Frieza race
actually
has
play
parts,
this.
yeah.
I didn't play anything outside the Saiyans because I'm one of those assholes.
I
So,
was the Frieza race because I promised myself I wouldn't be like everybody else, so I picked the Frieza race.
I had,
You
I had
just
one
want
of
to be
those
a Nick
races.
Snowflake, don't you?
I did. I want to make yeah. I had made a Sub-Zero one too, a Frieza race. The only thing that held me back from looking really cool is you couldn't get rid of the tail.
You want the
But I
tail
had-
though. The tail's important.
Not for Sub-Zero.
Whatever.
I'm making Sub-Zero, damn it. He didn't have a tail.
He does now. I can't get tails on a Saiyan, and then you're bitching you have a tail in your race. Fuck off.
Well, then you should be able to choose.
Now, if you
whether
go
want a
Super
tail.
Saiyan, would the tail change colors? I know that's unrelated.
Yeah, I don't know. I
And
like
then does Nappa's
Maybe,
goatee
or
turn
just stay
Super
brown, I
Saiyan?
think.
we've never seen that, so it's really hard to tell. I don't think we.
I
we
don't know
haven't-
if Saiyans are Dragon Heroes when they first went Super Saiyan. I don't think their tails ever changed colour.
Well, none of them had tails, as far as I knew. Yeah, when they went Super Saiyan, none of them had tails.
Well, they had tails when they first started, but I guess they got ripped off or something. I don't know.
Well, the only one that I thought had a tail was Bardock, but for some reason in the Bardock special where he became a Super Saiyan, Toriyama forgot to draw, or they forgot to draw his tail at all. Like that whole episode, there's no fucking, his tail just magically vanished.
that.
It was probably
were-
the blast from Frieza blew his tail off.
I'm not even gonna get into the rant on that special. I'm not. We're gonna get you so far off track. It's not even gonna be about Xenoverse anymore.
We're already
Right.
off track, so.
Yeah, but yeah.
So any
Well,
other
we're-
character customizations y'all would want to see?
No, I think we've
That
just
pretty much wraps up
covered
what I had to
everything.
say.
Yep.
Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed the video, if you haven't already because you're an asshole, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to me. I'm Flamewell2001. And if you haven't
Subscribe to us
already,
too.
subscribe to those two.
Yeah, TNFGaming, baby.
There better be a link.
For reviews.
There's
games,
always a link
sports,
on mine. You guys
apparently.
don't link my videos in yours.
Yeah, I do.
I'm joking.
We
Anyways.
do. Don't do that.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Bye.
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 Strange in the neighborhood. Guess who it is? Go Snapper!